Hello everyone, I'm Aminat, ASHIRU. For this final project, I've chosen to discuss in the beats because it provides a pregnant and emotional rich interpretation of death and reincarnation. Why that time I got reincarnated as a slim focuses on the idea of reincarnation as a fresh, new beginning in the alternate world. Angel Beats tackles death in a much deeper, more complex way, one that invites reflection on emotional healing and the acceptance of past regret before moving on to the next phase of existence. Angel Beats takes place in a unique afterlife setting, essentially a school where souls of young people who died with unresolved issue gathered. Initially, the character in this world are confused, rebellious, and resistant to the idea of moving on. The fight against the idea being erased, engage in combat with a student council president figure, and live in a world filled with strange rules and processes. The bizarre settings may seem strange at the first glance, but the truth become clearer as the story unfolds. It is a place where these souls are given a chance to resolve their past trauma and emotional baggage. The animal handle the concept of death not as an end but as a process, one that required the character to confront the unsolved issue. The character in the beat have all passed away, but their unresolved issue, whether it regrets, guilt, anger, or confusion, still gathered them to this world. The afterlife offered them an opportunity to heal, an opportunity to let go of the attachment that are holding them back from moving on. It is not about punishment or reward, it's about peace and understanding, which is a theme that resonates strongly with many Eastern philosophies. What Angel Beats show in is that while final does not have to be meaningless, it gave the character an opportunity to find closure in a way that was denied to them in their previous life. Some of these characters are burdened by intense guilt and unresolved dream, whether it is a soldier who never got the chance to see his family, a girl who sacrificed her life for others, or a musician who never got to perform. The afterlife becomes a space where this character can, in a sense, relive or process these experiences, allowing them to move past them. This, for me, is a unique and impactful way of respect to reincarnation rather than simply being reborn in a new life. Angel Beats suggests that the true rebirth is only possible after resolving the baggage from one's past existence. The animal doesn't sugarcoat the character pain. It allows them to confront their struggles, but it also presents them with hope. In Angel Beats, hope is found in the idea these characters are not defined by their past suffering. Even in the afterlife, they can find meaning, growth, and ultimately peace. They are given the chance to forgive themselves and each other, and in doing so, they become ready for the next stage in the spiritual journey. This interpretation of death and reincarnation fits well with the teaching of many Eastern philosophers, which view death not as an end but as part of a greater cyclical process. Rebirth in this context is not just about physical reincarnation, it's also about emotional, spiritual renewal. In many Eastern traditions, such as those in Hinduism and Buddhism, there is an emphasis on resolving karmic debts and finding peace with one's past in order to move forward. Personally, Inje Beat resonates with me because of the depth with which it explores death and healing. It presents the afterlife. This is not simply a place for the dead, but a space personally reflection and reconciliation. It raises important questions about what it means to live a life free of regret and how it finds closure before moving on. These animals speak to universal theme and redemption, healing, and the emotional process that is being undergone before the true peace can be found. Although angel beats might not be grounded in the Western theological tradition, it still resonates deeply with anyone interested in question of life, death, and meaning. Whether you come from Eastern or Western background, the animal's portrait of death as a journey of self-understanding and spiritual peace, offering a universal message of hope. In the end, Angel Beats invites us to ask, what do we need to reconcile in our own life before we can truly move on? Thank you.